Standing on the porch of the Romash's house, Gordon Hepler adjusted his dress uniform jacket. With a glance and a nod to Pastor Bryan in his clerical garb waiting beside him, Gordon pressed the doorbell and prepared to face the least favorite part of his job as the Chief of Police. Number one on his anything but that list. Thanks to whatever powers watched over Mapleton, Colorado, he didn't have to do it often. Linda Romash greeted them at the door. A smile spread across her face. Brown eyes twinkled behind thick, round glasses.
"Chief Hepler! Pastor Bryan! What a surprise! Won't you come in?"
Linda, impeccably groomed as always, a faint scent of roses surrounding her, stepped aside.
"Can I get you some coffee? Tea?" she asked. "It's such a beautiful day, isn't it? Maybe some lemonade?"
"No, thank you," Pastor Bryan said. "Can we sit down?"
"Of course. Where are my manners?"
They followed her to the living room, taking seats in the wing chairs across from her floral print sofa. Linda's expression shifted from welcome to curiosity, along with a hint of dread. Who could blame her? When the police chief and your pastor unexpectedly showed up together, the news couldn't be good. Without waiting, Gordon leaned forward, his hands folded between his thighs, his stomach twisted into a tight ball of knots. "Get it over with. Linda, there's no way to sugarcoat this. I'm sorry, but Nate was in an accident earlier this morning. I'm afraid he didn't make it." He watched her face shift. The surprise and welcoming smile dissolved into denial. She stared into space, barely blinking. Grief would follow, which could range from stoicism to total meltdown. Linda fell into the stoic category. Her spine stiffened. "How?" she whispered. Gordon wished she'd have thrown something, screamed, hit him. But she sat there, hands folded in her lap, eyes blinking, as Gordon explained the circumstances of the accident. "I see," she said. "Thank you for telling me." Pastor Bryan crossed to Linda's side and took her hand. "What can I do for you, Linda? The Women's Guild will support you in any way they can. We're so very sorry for your loss. Nate was a good man." At that, realization seemed to sink in, and Linda broke down. Gordon excused himself and left for the station. Pastor Bryan was much better trained, and sadly more experienced, in these matters. The drive to the station did little to calm him. He took the back entrance to his office and shrugged out of his jacket. Nathan Romash, a prized member of Mapleton's civilian patrol, dead in a senseless traffic accident. Injured in Vietnam, Romash had weathered the negative public opinion after the war, made a decent life for himself. When he'd retired and moved to Mapleton, he'd taken to volunteering for both the police and fire departments, and had proven his worth many times over. Gordon considered him a friend. The knots in Gordon's belly had yet to untangle. Laurie, his admin, tapped on his door jamb before entering. "Don't shoot the messenger, Chief." He stopped halfway to his closet, jacket in hand. Gordon blinked back tears that threatened to spill, swallowed past the lump in his throat. He turned, scanning her face for an indication of how bad the news would be. Unreadable. No file folders, no envelopes, no message slips. He motioned her further inside his office. "Never. What do you have?"